What's going on, guys, and welcome back to the best franchise on YouTube, the Washington Football Team franchise. For those of you that are new to the channel, man, go ahead and do me a big favor. Go ahead, hit that subscribe button. We're starting to close in on our channel goal of 100 subscribers on the channel, but that's not the only reason why I want you guys to subscribe. I post a lot of franchise gameplays on this channel, not only the Washington Football Team, but also the Minnesota Vikings. And I would hate for you guys to miss out on a single upload I have, so go ahead, hit that subscribe button, turn on the post notifications. That way you guys are notified every single time I upload. But for those of you that have been following this franchise for a while now, it is week number 17. Let me just apologize real quick for the possible ear rape that you guys might have been witness to in the week 15 matchup against the Atlanta Falcons. I got a little hype, man. Chase Young got an interception and ran it all the way back. Look at me, I'm getting hype right now. But it's week number 17 now, and our Washington Football Team has some squad goals. As you see, we're looking at the standings right here, and the Seattle Seahawks have lost a game. So now, with the win in week number 17, the Washington Football Team will lock in and secure the number one seed in the NFC and granting us that first round bye. So you know we're coming out hard trying to get this for our first round bye for our team. Unfortunately, the coach wants to talk to us about some players being rested, and okay, we'll go ahead and agree. Mike Evans, he can take a little bit of rest. We don't really throw the ball that much anyways. But with that being said, big week here in week number 17. We also got some squad goals as we're getting ready to gear up for playoffs. Number one squad goal is obviously we want to secure the number one seed. That's what we played. That's why we had that 14-1 record. We're trying to be 15-1, lock in that number one seed. Number two, we want Dwayne Haskins to be under one turnover. We got to get the turnovers down. Dwayne Haskins has been throwing a bunch of them. He needs to be that game manager that we need. We want to get Antonio Gibson up over 100 yards rushing today. That'd be a good base to have him go into the playoffs with. And number four, I should say, the defense. We got to force turnovers, man. The defense wins championships, and that's what we're trying to do with this franchise. Starting out here, big hit by Landon Collins on that double reverse. Chargers coming out trying to get a little tricky on their first play. Second and 7, handoff goes to Austin Eckler, and he goes for a decent gain there, 4 yards up to the 29-yard line. Now 3rd and 3, Washington with the chance to get off the field here. Justin Herbert drops back to throw, ends up connecting with his tight end. He needed 3, ended up getting 4, all the way up to the 35-yard line. It's enough for a Chargers first down. Handoff back to Austin Eckler, and he gets a decent amount, 3 yards. Stopped kind of a little bit on the drive or on that play. But on 2nd and 7, big connection here. Justin Herbert finding his tight end. He gets across midfield all the way down to the 25-yard line. Chargers are starting to knock on the door of the red zone. Justin Herbert on the QB keep right here, all the way down to the, almost the 10, slid down at the 12-yard line. But still, another Chargers first down. Trying to get into the end zone here on their first drive. 1st and 10 inside the red zone. Justin Herbert drops back to throw, gets a little bit of pressure, and is intercepted by Troy Apke at the 9-yard line, or at the 8-yard line. And Washington defense holds up. There's that one turnover that we need, just one more, and we've reached our squad goal on defense. I mean, it's not a Madden goal. It's just me personally. I would like to see my defense come into the game or come into playoffs, forcing turnovers, putting points up on the board, all that good stuff. 1st and 10, handoff goes to Antonio Gibson, who picked up a first down on his first carry. Gets a decent gain of 6 yards on his next carry. 2nd and 4, still keeping things on the ground here with Antonio Gibson. He is the go-to guy for us. This Washington team, I mean, yeah, we made the trade for Mike Evans to try to help out the passing game a little bit, but with the combination of Dwayne Haskins not being the most accurate thrower at times, and yeah, just mainly really on Dwayne Haskins not being the most accurate thrower, we still lean on the run game a lot. 1st and 10, pass in the flats here to Antonio Gibson. Dwayne Haskins doing good so far, 2 for 2 on the day, 31 yards passing. 1st and 10 from the 43-yard line. Haskins drops back to throw out the shotgun formation. Can't find anybody to throw the ball to. And rather than forcing it into traffic, makes a smart decision there and throws that ball away. We don't have our big 6'6" receiver to try to bail us out here. 2nd and 10. From the 43-yard line, Haskins drops back to throw, ends up finding Robert Foster on the deep out or deep post route, gets all the way down to the 15-yard line. Washington now inside the red zone for the first time, looking to put points up on the board, and that's ended quickly as Dwayne Haskins throws that ball directly to Kenneth Murray, and both teams end with a interception as soon as they enter the red zone. Dwayne Haskins, that was one turnover right there. Now you have to go the rest of the game. You still have a chance. I said on my notes I wanted to have Haskins one turnover or no turnovers. So you have one of them right now. Now you got to go perfect the rest of the game, my guy. No more turnovers. 3rd and 2, read option here with Justin Herbert is snuffed out by Sean Dion Hamilton. Stopped behind the line of scrimmage. brings up a 4th and 1, and the Washington defense holds after the Dwayne Haskins interception. Oh my God, we almost gave that right back. The computer almost ran into the punter. But defense ends up holding, forcing the 3 and out, bringing the Washington offense back on the field, going with a safe handoff here to Antonio Gibson, who is trying to get a block from Trey Sherman. Doesn't really get the block, but gets in the way enough, and we're able to cross midfield all the way down to the 34-yard line. Antonio Gibson has been finding the running lanes all day so far. I mean, still in the first half, still early, but I like the way things are looking on the ground for him to start the game off. 2nd and 4 from the 28-yard line. Haskins looking to throw, and Dwayne Haskins looking for Terry McLaurin, ends up finding Derwin James. Yep, Dwayne Haskins, go ahead and cross your goal off the board right now, because you've just thrown your 2nd interception, my GM. We're still in the first half, but you got to do better. We really need to, going off of the playoffs from last year, Dwayne Haskins didn't play that bad, but we just can't rely on. Oh, okay, we can rely on our defense as Landon Collins comes up with the defense's 2nd interception, returns this one across the midfield mark to the 48-yard line. But yeah, going back to playoffs last season, we can't really. I don't want to just solely rely on Antonio Gibson going into the playoffs. Granted, he did his thing. Just that one fumble that he had just really haunted us and just really screwed things up. But we gotta find a passing game in the playoffs. I know it's probably if we lock in this #1 seed, we're probably going to have like a bunch of snow games and weather games in general. So I'm going to be running the ball regardless. And if Antonio Gibson can carry this performance into the playoffs, we'll be good. But I'm eventually going to have to pass the ball, and I need Dwayne Haskins to be on point, just as he was on that throw right there, finding his big target, Mike Evans, out of bounds at the 12-yard line. We're still going to throw Mike Evans in there a little bit from time to time there. I don't want to just solely keep him out of this game plan because, I mean, Mike Evans needs some touches. He needs to be in rhythm with Dwayne Haskins come playoff time now also. 2nd and 4 handoff goes to J.D. McKissick. He's able to fight his way across the yellow line down to the 2-yard line for a 1st and goal for Washington inside the 5-yard line. We're not throwing the ball here. We're going to hand this ball off to Antonio Gibson. He's able to fight his way across the goal line into the end zone for the first touchdown of the day, giving Washington a 6, as soon as Dustin Hopkins kicked the field goal, though, a 7-point lead here in the first half. So far on our list of goals for our squad today, we're at 1 out of 4 completed and 1 out of 4 failed, as Dwayne Haskins with his 2 turnovers like just completely ruined his day in the first half. Like, come on, dude. Like, you didn't even give yourself a chance. But Antonio Gibson is slowly but surely approaching his 100 yards rushing on the day, as he has 9 carries for 90 yards and 1 touchdown here. Hurry up offense for the Los Angeles Chargers here from the 35-yard line. Justin Herbert back in the shotgun formation, and he has some receivers to throw to with Keenan Allen and Kenny Golladay. Drops back to throw, looking to go deep for Allen, and he had him open but just led him too far out of bounds. Incomplete pass there. 2nd and 10 now from the 35-yard line. Herbert drops back to throw once more, looking to go across the middle, and that ball is swatted down by Landon Collins. With already having 1 interception on the day, Landon Collins almost got his 2nd one. But 3rd and 10 going deep, and he's testing the wrong guy. Yeah, you got Keenan Allen there, but Kendall Fuller is in coverage, and Kendall Fuller is off on the return, trying to see if he could house this one himself, trying to beat the quarterback, and damn, Fuller, you got caught by Justin Herbert. Turn on the afterburners, my guy. Get past him. But the defense still forcing turnovers. They've already gotten their squad goal of 2, but now they're just forcing their 3rd interception or their 3rd turnover of the day. Dwayne Haskins looking to go deep right to the end zone after the turnover. Look for Pat Freiermuth, but that ball is incomplete. 2nd and 10, Haskins dropping back to throw once more. Ends up finding his running back out of the backfield and in the flats for a gain of 6 yards. Bringing up a 3rd and 4, Haskins looking to throw to complete this one. Ends up finding Mike Evans on the curl route. Gets inside the 20-yard line, brought down at the 12-yard line for another Washington 1st down. Back inside the red zone, handoff goes to Antonio Gibson from the 12, and he's able to work his way forward for a gain of 3 down to the 9-yard line. Haskins back to throw on 2nd down, looking to go to the end zone for Pat Freiermuth, and he's just unable to make the catch there in traffic. Might have had the 1st down. I don't know about a touchdown. 3rd and 7, read option here with Dwayne Haskins. Yeah, we're trying to get a little tricky here in Week 17. Run some stuff that we never ran before. Yeah, probably not going to carry that play into playoffs as Dwayne Haskins. Granted, he's not the fastest guy, but yeah, your read options just aren't for you, my guy. We'll call on Dustin Hopkins to put 3 points up on the board for us, and he does just that, giving Washington the 10-point lead here. Still in the first half with 49 seconds left. Los Angeles with 2 timeouts. You know that they're going to try to put some points up on the board here. Herbert ends up finding his running back, Austin Eckler, in the flats there. Picks up a gain of about 9, maybe 8 yards. Actually, 10 or 9 and a couple inches. Brings up a second in inches here. Back to throw once more, and nope. That one is intercepted. The 4th interception of the day. This time is by Troy Apke. Troy Apke trying to set up the defense. He's trying to house this one. Has nobody in front of him. Troy Apke goes all the way into the end zone for a pick 6, extending the Washington lead up to 16 points. And after a Dustin Hopkins field goal, makes that 17 points on the day. The defense has come to play, man. This is exactly what you would like to see, especially in week number 17 when you're about to go into playoffs. You love to see your defense come out making plays like this because it means nothing but good things. I mean, just think about the possibility. I mean, look at it. Chase Young coming free off the edge, putting the pressure on Justin Herbert as he's trying to throw. Everybody's getting loose here. The squad is just going crazy. Chase Young comes through one more time, and this time bringing him down for a sack. Justin Herbert unable to throw that ball away. We're going to go ahead and call a timeout because there's still time on this clock, man. We're trying to see if we can force them into another turnover, or maybe if we can get this ball back and try to put points up on the board. But they end up catching us off guard here. Hand off to Austin Eckler. Gets all the way up to the 29-yard line. Washington's going to go ahead and burn another timeout just in case they want to do something stupid. Justin Herbert drops back to throw, and he did something stupid. Throws another interception to Troy Apke. Gets his second one. What's that, 5? Maybe 6? Is that 5? What? Troy Apke has 2. Landon Collins has 2. Fuller has 1. Yeah, 5 interceptions on the day. Troy Apke, you just got done visiting the end zone, my guy. He's greedy out here. But he ends up returning this one in range just in range for Dustin Hopkins to add 3 more points up onto the board. And Washington extends their lead up to 20 points just before halftime. My, how fast things have changed. This defense just came to play, man. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, the Chargers are good, man. They're actually a playoff team in the AFC. I think they might be the 4th or 5th seed. I can't remember. But, yeah, they're actually a pretty good team. I don't know what the heck is going on right now, but I like it. We start with the second half with the ball here. Dwayne Haskins drops back to throw. Rather than go deep and throw another interception, he ends up making the smart decision, checks that one down to his running back out of the backfield. 2nd and 6. No, 2nd and 8 that was. We end up losing yardage there with Antonio Gibson. Brings up a 3rd and 9 situation. End up hitting the running back out of the backfield. Breaks the tackle of Derwin James to my surprise. But brings us to a 4th and 2. And I actually decided to go for it here. 4th and 2. Dwayne Haskins ends up throwing a beautiful dot. Ends up hitting J.D. McKissick in the flats. Has enough for a Washington first down, keeping this drive alive here in the second half. And we're really just trying to take clock, and we're definitely trying to put points up on the board here just to really put this one away, just like leave the Chargers with shocked looks on their faces as like, what am I supposed to do? I'm down 27 points here in the second half. This game is pretty much over. 2nd and 11 here. Dwayne Haskins drops back to throw once more, looking to go deep. Has Robert Foster, who makes the beautiful toe tap and catch there on the sideline. See, when Dwayne Haskins makes throws like this, I'm just like, man, you're my guy. I want to rock with you all the way until the end. But then he has other moments where he just throws horribly. Not that throw was actually a pretty decent throw there by him. Pat Freiermuth was just unable to make the catch there. 2nd and 10, though. We have set up the screen here to Antonio Gibson. Gets a decent amount of yards. Gains about 5, maybe 6. I think we end up losing a yard somewhere. Had a 2nd and 11. But anyways, 3rd and 5 pretty much goes nowhere as Haskins is hit as he's throwing the ball. And I don't know why I didn't put the field goal in there, but yeah, we end up calling on Dustin Hopkins for, that was like a 40-something or 50-yard field goal, and he nails that one. Extended the Washington lead up to 23 points there. That was just a huge editing error there by me. Just, yeah, forget about that one. 1st and 10, the Chargers back out on the field. Austin Eckler in the Wildcat formation. And Sean Dion Hamilton is all over that one, stopping him for a gain of only 3 yards there. 2nd and 7, Justin Herbert drops back to throw. Hasn't had the best of luck, and that just keeps on continuing. I feel bad about that one. Out of the 5 other interceptions I had, that one I feel bad about. There's no way Kendall Fuller should have had that one. I even contemplated just like punting the ball back to him on this one, but I was just like, you know what? No, because there's going to come a time where Madden screws me over, and the other person on the other end, he's not going to be as sympathetic for me. So we're just going to take this ball, try to punch it into the end zone. 3rd and 1 here from the 11-yard line. Dwayne Haskins back to throw. Ends up finding Mike Evans on the out route, and he does the rest, getting into the end zone for another Washington touchdown, extending the lead now up to 30 points. 30-point lead here in the 3rd quarter with 1 minute and 50 seconds left. Justin Herbert just hasn't had – I don't know, he's not himself. I mean, he has thrown a bunch of interceptions on the year, but he definitely hadn't thrown this many in one game. Throwing his 6th interception now. Brings the offense back out onto the field here. 2nd and 9 now from the 23-yard line. Play action to Austin Eckler under pressure, and Montez Sweat coming screaming off the edge, bringing Justin Herbert down for a huge loss on the play there. 3rd and 18 now from the 14-yard line. Hand off to Eckler, and Troy Apke brings him down after a decent gain there of 10 yards, and that's going to bring up another Chargers punt. It's either been a punt or a turnover for this offense. It's been a minute. It's been since their first drive, since they crossed the 50 and into the red zone. They don't know what the red zone is anymore. Their defense knows what it is because they've always had they've always been backed up into their red zone after these turnovers. But 1st and 10, handoff goes to Antonio Gibson, and that's going to do it for Antonio Gibson and his squad goal of the day, as he is officially over 100 yards with 108 yards rushing on the day. But on 1st and 10 from the 47-yard line, Gibson's like, coach, feed me more. I'm not done. He's going to take this one well across the midfield into the end zone for another touchdown, his 2nd of the day. Antonio Gibson is now over like 150, maybe close to 160 yards rushing today. He's just been having himself a day. Nobody can stop him. Washington is really starting to run away with this one here in week number 17 with the 37-point lead here in the 4th quarter. This one's pretty much safe in the hand. I don't want to cross off the secure number 1 just yet, but that check is partially there. As that one bounces off the hands of Sean Dion Hamilton, got him back there in coverage. He's just unable to get the pick 6. He would have walked into the end zone, and he would have thrown his 7th. Wait, never mind. Justin Herbert did throw his 7th interception of the day. And talk about walking to the end zone. Skirt! Look at it. Kendall Fuller putting the moves on Austin Eckler. Going to run into the end zone for what's that? That's actually his 2nd interception of the day. He's going to end up housing this one. Washington now has a 44-point lead here with 6 minutes left in the 4th quarter. You know what? It's done. We're done. Go ahead and check that off the list. 3 out of 4 of the squad goals were completed in this game. And now at this point, we're just basically running out the rest of this clock because, I mean, things are pretty much done here in Los Angeles. There's nothing that the Chargers can do to come back. We're just going to be trying out different defenses, see what we can do, try out some different plays. Yeah, Madden wants us to go ahead and accept that penalty. Look, the Chargers have been through enough. We're beating them by 44 points. We don't need the penalties to add insult to injury. Just let it go, Madden. If they call penalties, just don't even call them. 1st and 10 here from the 39-yard line. Justin Herbert drops back to throw, looking to go deep, and ends up finding Keenan Allen, but that heat-seeking missile called Landon Collins ends up separating him from the ball. Holding on the play, like I said before, we're going to go ahead and decline that one. 2nd and 10, end up finding Austin Eckler in the flats, and that's just a mistake on me. That's a coaching mistake right there. Sean Dion Hamilton is a great player, but he's better at run stopping. If I'm in situations where I need to man him up on the linebacker, he's just not fast enough. I need to put guys in there like Cole Holcomb or Khalil Hudson for that job right there. 2nd and 10, under pressure, and he's unable to get that one off. Cole Holcomb, actually, speak of the devil, came through on that one. Ends up hitting Herbert, unable to get the sack, though, but ends up forcing incompletion. And, oh, my gosh, Landon Collins. Please bring this same energy come playoff time, my guy. For whatever reason, the Chargers settled for a field goal. That's, I guess, to say that they didn't get blown out. And rather than just, like, bore you guys with the rest of this game plan, because literally all I did was just run the ball, run the rest of this clock out. Washington's going to leave Los Angeles with the win here, improving to 15-1, locking in that number 1 seed. So next time you see us on the field, it will be playoff season, man. It will be the division round because we're skipping well over the wild card round. So leave a like on the video if you guys enjoyed. Make sure you subscribe for more Washington Football Team franchise gameplays, and I will catch you guys in the next one later.
So for Washington, they'll wrap up the campaign an impressive 15-1. And now they'll have the week off as they get set to go after a Super